Hey everybody, happy Thursday, happy Pi Day. It is March 14th. Hopefully y'all are having a great week. Hey GrillGuard, hey .Commie, welcome. It's great to see you both. Thanks for jumping in and hanging out today. So I am going to continue. Hey Siva, happy Pi Day to you as well. Thanks again for jumping in. So those of you watching if you were here on Tuesday was a tale of two streams. The first part of the stream was me struggling mightily and getting a lot of help from many folks, including Siva and others, to try to get Azure IoT Hub working with cloud to device messaging. And then after I reached a point of mental frustration with that, also known as getting sort of the equivalent of this. I should have brought this video out on Tuesday, because this is the way that I felt for more or less the entire stream. Well, first part of the stream. I'm getting this working in slow-mo, no less. I need to keep this close at hand like all the time. I love the look in the camera at the end. That was probably a pretty decent way to summarize the first part of the stream. I'm gonna move my mic up just a tad. I definitely felt a little blocked on a few things. Thankfully, I have good news to share about that. That was the first part of the stream. The second part of the stream was a little bit more productive. Switched and worked on firmware. I have in the staged column here the list of the things that we accomplished on the stream, and a few things that I wrapped up sort of off stream to get things done. So that was adding a low battery notification for the LiPo, adding that to the screen. I was seeing the battery mode disappear during state changes, so I cleaned up some of the logic for cleaning up or viewing the screens and whatnot, and then cleaned up the fermentation display. So it was really all related to building the battery notification part of this. So this is actually in the GitHub repo for this. So I think I mentioned before that I set up some Azure pipeline builds for this. So anytime I merge a pull request into master, I build the binary and then summarize all those in the release notes there. So that's all good. Let me see my camera being a little bit, forgive me, okay. And summarized all those there. So that's where we are today. These things have all been staged, so I can move them off. And we're gonna start again. If you are just joining for the first time, ultimately where we wanna get, and of course I added some Pi Day GIFs and images to my Electric IO dashboard, just for you all, just to celebrate this momentous, wonderful holiday of nerdery, including a particle pie. Our designer created one of these today for different things, so I snagged that image and put it in here. I would eat a blueberry pie that looks like that. That looks pretty awesome. So there's really two pieces to this Electric IO dashboard. I have messages that are streaming into the Azure IoT Hub. So if I am brewing a batch of beer, and that's the device on the desk here, if I'm brewing, those temperature readings are getting piped into Azure IoT Hub through a built-in integration that Particle provides. So I can see the temperature and fermentation info. And that's another issue we'll maybe have time to mess with today. Radari, hey, great question, and welcome. Welcome in to the chat room today. Welcome to the stream. A TLDR on what IoT is. Yes. You will find lots of different definitions out there. My TLDR basically is providing connectivity to hardware where connectivity wasn't possible before, right? So the example I have on my desk is a homebrew monitoring system. It's been possible for me to hook sensors up to these sorts of gadgets for years and years, right? Temperature sensors are not a new thing. Microcontrollers are not a new thing. The IoT piece of this is where you leverage connectivity in some unique way, pushing data to the cloud, visualizing data in the cloud, creating dashboards, integrations, and being able to control devices from the cloud as well. Dev Diner, yeah, hey, Dev Diner, how's it going? How's it going? Thanks for coming in, appreciate it. And yeah, it's basically connected devices. That's really it. If you have a device that doesn't have Wi-Fi or cellular or some way to, or Ethernet or some way to push its data to the internet, it's just a thing. If you add connectivity to it, it's an internet thing. We'll put it that way. But yeah, great question. And really, any question is welcome here. Anything and everything, even questions completely unrelated to the topic. I love getting derailed, and it happens pretty much every stream. So please derail me. Give me things to do instead of this. So this Electric IO dashboard, and this is a fantastic tool from NoOpCat, another fantastic streamer. They typically stream on Sundays, but I will. Oh, Dev Diner, yeah, I'm glad you were able to as well. That's awesome. The time zone differences. Are you out on West Coast time? Is it because the streams are early? Because I am definitely open. I've toyed with schedule tweaks based on times and whatnot. Yeah, and NoOpCat, Zeus's stuff is awesome. So I have been a fan of Electric IO for a while. It makes integrating. Oh, in Sydney. Okay, well, in Sydney. So it's not still Pi Day for you anymore. Am I right about that? It's the sad day after Pi Day. Well, but I'm glad you were able to make it. Hopefully it's not because of insomnia. But thanks for coming in. No more Pi Day. There's always next year. Asterial again? Asterial. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for, hey, welcome. Thanks for coming in. And good afternoon to you as well. Hopefully you're having a great week. Great Thursday so far. This is Thursday. I love Thursdays. Thursdays are a chance where you feel like, okay, there's still some time to get some things done in the week, but you feel the weekend just like right ahead of you, just there within your grasp. It's not too far away. I'm doing great, Asterial, especially because I'm about to share some progress that I made off stream to some Azure IoT Hub stuff that I was working on. So this dashboard right now will actually send me, so you'll see right now I've got temperature monitoring getting published, 71.6 that's coming off of the little thermocouple sensor that's just sitting on my desk. So it's not really reading anything other than the temperature in my office. But I can change it by putting my hand around it, what have you. I have a hot plate in here that I can use for serious demo testing, and we'll get to that, but I don't want to burn my office down until we're ready. Then I'll be more than happy to burn it down. Thursday, I have that good feeling, close to enjoying the weekend and energy to push to complete more. That's right, Siva, absolutely. That's absolutely right. And so my goal today related to that is to get over the hump with this Azure IoT Hub stuff on publishing. So we're publishing from the device to Azure IoT Hub. That's what's being ingested here in Electric IO. I am pulling the data property off of the message on this device, and that's what's showing, well, saving it's refreshing. That's what was showing here. But what I was working on now was tying in the other side of this. So I want to actually make it to where I can change I can actually start the brewing process using these buttons in Electric IO, or I can start the fermentation process or stop all of those. It's not so bad. I'm still trying to find a bit of an assist with an issue I'm having that I actually haven't tried, but want some advice prior to trying. Is it a technical issue? Feel free to post it here. I may not have an answer. Someone in chat may be more than happy to help. I had somebody that came in on Tuesday that asked me a multiple choice question from a textbook, I think, and that was cool. And we were able to sort of figure that one out. Oh, there is no such thing as a dumb question, Asterial. No such thing. And anyone who has watched my stream more than 5 minutes knows that. Because I have a whole lot of headbanging, derpy, table flipping moments that happen on this stream on a regular basis. So there are no dumb questions. There are only questions that you don't know the answer to yet, but you will, because you are a smart, intelligent person and you know to ask. That's the first part, right? Hopefully I'm not being too sappy for y'all. And also, while I'm thinking about unrelated things, for those of y'all that are here that have viewed past streams, I think I have some of my network hiccup issues figured out. Today looks really, really good on the inspector. But y'all tell me if anything pops up. So far, we are smooth sailing so far. And .commie, Dev Diner, thanks so much for the host. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Very cool. .commie, if you feel comfortable, I'm not going to dox you, but I love that you posted a picture on Twitter of your little, your particle photon did I go live, my live streaming thing. If you're comfortable posting a link to that in chat, I think people would love to see it, but I will leave that to you if you're comfortable doing so. But I appreciate you sharing it. What made me go with Azure's cloud over the alternatives? Hey, Mary Amber, welcome. How's it going? Good to see you. Oh, cool. You're working on the Go Live pick now. Awesome. Dev Diner, great question. What made me go with Azure's cloud over the alternatives? There are a number of factors. I have used, so if you go to Particles console, there's a few pieces, then you will dox yourself. Okay, I'm fine with you doxing yourself. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to dox you without your consent. Dev Diner, so if you go into, why am I losing my integrations? If you go into the Particle console, there are actually a couple of built-in integrations that Particle provides to Google, the Google Cloud Platform and Google Maps, Azure IoT Hub, and then vanilla webhooks. So in terms of why I didn't choose something like AWS, part of it is I've used AWS a lot in the past, and I've been trying to evaluate Azure more and more because I'm seeing more and more people use it. I'm getting more questions from developers and customers out there about using Azure. Microsoft has put a lot of time and effort into their IoT resources in particular, so it's been sort of a personal fascination for me to mess with that a little bit more. And then probably what really put me over the top is that Electric IO has built-in support for Azure, for Azure IoT Hub. So if I wanted to use Electric IO, that's kind of the path that I'm down if I didn't want to sort of create my own. And frankly, this is not meant to be, production dashboards. This is just me exploring the Azure IoT Hub in general, which I've done before. And what I really wanted to do was to get this other piece working. So we've got Azure IoT Hub working on the ingestion side, and now I want to get back and get it working on the digestion side. What's the opposite of ingestion? Regestion, the regurgitation side, back from cloud into devices. And Mary Amber, which Particle microcontroller am I using? I am using the Particle Argon. So this is one of the Particle's 3rd generation devices. So this is the new Wi-Fi equivalent. These devices have mesh networking built in, so you can use them with multiple devices in a local mesh network, but you can also use them standalone, which is what I'm doing right now. So if you are interested, Mary Amber, I will, let me do this. What's the best way to do this? So I'm not going to send you a store link. I'm going to send you a docs link so that you can check it out. But here's a little bit of info about the Particle Argon specifically, and then from there you can actually check out, if you want to just go to docs.particle.io, you can get info on the boron and the xenon as well. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so Dev Diner, before I go to your question, Asterial, Dev Diner, does that answer your question? It was part of a curiosity. I've seen people use it. I wanted to try it out for myself and mess with it a little bit more. Okay. Asterio, long question on my look. I have an Android tablet that got wrecked via virus and I want to put another one. Okay, so this may already be out of my domain because I'm not an Android person. I found all the tools I need to do it, but I just want to find out if it's hard to do. I would go back to ACES, but the virus wiped the serial number from the BIOS screen and it's all 0. So I just want to know if there's a resource that kind of walks through the process of rooting. And I'm assuming reflashing a new OS on. So I'm gonna assume, given what I know about the open nature of the Android community, that the answer is absolutely yes. But what I don't know is the specific place to point you to because I don't own a single Android device. So hopefully someone else here on chat does own one and can at least sort of point you in the right direction. I hope so. If not, I will make a mental note and I'll do a bit of research and maybe I can follow up with you via whisper after the fact. No worries is a short story. Mary Amber, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate the follow and I love it when folks come in and join and ask questions and we make this an interactive thing. I work from home. I worked from home for 10 years and to me this is just like getting to do a big old pair programming, group programming session with folks a couple of times a week, which is awesome. All right, and Dev Diner, it looks like, cool, you're helping, awesome, that's great. I'm gonna let y'all do that, and then I'm gonna share a bit of where I am from Tuesday. And Siva, you in particular, I want you to know that I have made progress. What I ran into on Tuesday, everybody, was I actually I pulled in an MQTT library to set up an MQTT client on the Particle side for ingestion from the cloud to the device. This is actually not necessary from the device to the Azure side because we have Particle Publish actually handles that via the integration that I have set up. So if I go back to my integrations and I look at any of these like BB Brew, this is an integration that's already been set up that anytime I do a publish, this message gets sent to the Azure IoT Hub. So this is actually what the event looks like. This is what the response payload looks like. If I can scroll up a little bit. So there's the request response. All the data is getting into Azure IoT Hub just fine. As you can see from, I have my graph again. So that's cool. But I'm doing Azure, or I added MQTT to the device because what I wanted to do in addition was, again, to make it to where I could call these functions, these direct functions from Electric IO and actually execute them against the device. So this actually requires me to do an MQTT subscription, right? So I need to specify a client and then I need to connect to the Azure MQTT server. So that's some back and forth. Like I mentioned, Siva in the chat here was a ton of help because he does a lot of stuff with Azure IoT Hub. In fact, Siva, I am going to, I'm gonna make sure I spell your, I want to get that right. Siva has been streaming as of recently and has some cool stuff that he is doing around Azure IoT Hub as well. So, and does this as a part of his day job. So instead of someone that's just exploring and sort of haphazardly figuring things out, Siva knows what he's doing. So definitely follow him. And Dev Diner, choose an alternative OS that's not too experimental, both when you see others have used. Yeah. I think that's definitely good advice. Because in the Android ecosystem, there's a ton of advices out, a ton of options out there. Cool. Okay. So, absolutely, Siva. Happy to do it. And so, what I discovered, Siva and others who were here on Tuesday, is a very, very important thing when it comes to using MQTT. And is because what I did on Wednesday morning, early in the morning, I had my coffee in hand. It's like 6:30 in the morning. My head is clear. I'm ready to face the day. I went back through and I read these very verbose docs from Microsoft. We talked about this on Tuesday. Microsoft's got a lot of docs. Sometimes the docs can be confusing. The thing that stood out to me was this when I read through. All device communication with the IoT Hub must be secured via TLS or SSL. Yes, absolutely. That was the piece that I was missing on Tuesday, was actually using TLS. So I was using the MQTT library on Tuesday. There actually is an MQTT TLS library. So what I did in order to get this working is to install the MQTT. Instead of referencing just MQTT, I'm using the MQTT TLS library. Microsoft in their docs actually has a reference to the right certs that I need to include. Where the heck did those go? Did my certs disappear? Wait, what's happening? I'm missing something. It's weird. Oh, it's inside. How did the certs get moved in here? Okay, anyway. I'm going to fix that later, but you actually need a DigiCert Baltimore root certificate. That's actually available in one of the SDK repos. And so once I actually got that cert included, then we were good to go. It was just a matter of, in my case, coming down and adding this line before connect, excuse me, to enable the TLS certificate. And then once I enabled the TLS certificate, we were off to the races. So I was actually able to connect here with a device ID. Yes, coffee always works it out. Absolutely. Oh, Dev Diner, thanks so much for the subscription with Twitch Prime. I really appreciate that. That is awesome. I appreciate you very much and for coming in. And definitely, yeah, definitely do keep an eye out on Siva's streams. Siva, I think are you streaming primarily on the weekends, on Saturdays? I was in briefly on Saturday. I had my kids in the office with me as I was doing some stuff, and we caught a little bit of it. I want to try to be there again this weekend. So, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. David Tennant. Such a great Doctor Who. Weekdays and Saturdays. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Mary Amber, thank you. Thank you for the double approval. I appreciate it. So once I added that, and so there's one other thing that I had to fix. There's actually an error in these docs that I noticed. Using this part of the docs, and I'm gonna submit. I think you can actually edit the docs directly and submit a PR because they need it. The docs, if you're using MQTT protocol directly, actually specify for the username field to pass in the hostname / device ID / API version. No, this is incorrect. At least here, it wasn't until I removed that piece from my username that everything worked. And once I was able to do that, it was great. Once I was able to do that, it actually worked really well. Mary Amber, is that your sub mode? Oh, that's awesome. All right, okay, that's so cool. I'm gonna check out. I will check out your channel. Okay, .commie, you posted it. Wait, you posted on mine? Okay. I'm looking. Oh, sweet, you get a video? It's okay if I'm sure it's okay if I play the video. Look at that. So Neil, all right, so .commie, y'all, has the particle photon that I guess when I go live, the NeoPixel strip lights up on his desktop, which is so cool. Love that. Thanks for sharing that. That's awesome. All right. Yeah, Stereo. So let's see. Let me take a look back at these parts. Cyanogen mod, very stable, lots of factory support. ASUS is rather proprietary, and so they get. But I would think that there would be a lot of people out there that are using that have put Cyanogen on on ASUS tablets. I think I may have an old one. I don't know if it's still operational. I might. So I say earlier I didn't own an Android device, and I think actually I do. But that one's pretty old. The reply on that tweet shows it actually worked. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's great. Hey, Salman Ferris VP. Hello, welcome. Thanks for jumping in. Hoping you're having a good Thursday. We are just hanging out here and doing some Azure IoT Hub goodness. I was actually about to retest this again. So that was the last piece. Once I actually took this piece out of the docs, or from the docs where it says to use the API version as the username, and I did not do that. So that actually is supposed to happen here, right? So connect device ID, username, password. I took that piece off, and then I was able to get connected. So just to show that I am not crazy, and that actually does work the way that I promised, and I described that work, I'll go ahead and restart so that you can see that happening. If the connection works, I'll get a MQTT status of connected that shows up here in the dashboard. See, so MQTT status, great. So we're connected. We're connected to the Azure IoT Hub via MQTT. The next important piece is actually to create a subscription. And according to the docs, what I needed to do here, let me make sure I got on the right document. Stereo gain, definitely. I'd love to hear how that goes as well, for sure. And Dev Diner, thanks so much for the tips and advice on that. And Mary Amber, I think everybody needs more Doctor Who theming in their life, right? I could use more. Where is this? Okay, so again, sometimes in the docs it's hard to find something that you swear you read just like 5 minutes ago. Okay, yeah. So handling a direct method on the device, what it said via MQTT is devices receive direct method requests via this topic, IoT Hub method /post /method name. So the subscriptions are limited to 5. So in order to manage this properly, you want to subscribe using IoT Hub methods, post, etc. And oh, Dev Diner, since you subscribed, I forgot to tell you, this is something I need to get in the habit of doing, but you can actually use the Cyan Panda hype. Oh, no. Whoa, what the heck? My Stream Deck just like totally did that. I promise it wasn't me. That's so many Cyan Pandas. You can use the Cyan Trash Panda and good golly, I'm surprised that Stream Elements didn't boot me out of my own chat. There you go, thanks. There you go, Dev Diner. That button got stuck. So it says, so you can consider subscribing. Brandon took over the chat, that's right. Yes, .comic, please don't ban me. Please don't. Let me stay in chat, please. I appreciate it. So you should instead consider subscribing to IoT Hub /methods post, so to get the greedy messaging. And then the methods requests are QoS0, which I wonder if I need to add as well. Anyway, that being said, with all of this in here, and this is what's actually on the device, what I should be able to do now is to actually use VS Code. And let me just go to the main screen without the device window so y'all can see it. I should be able to, in Azure IoT Hub now, just invoke this device method. So I have my device. I can enter the method name, and frankly, it's going to subscribe to anything, so it doesn't really matter at this point. But let's say we call it device brew, start brew, and then I'm assuming I can send an empty payload. Maybe I can't, but let me try doing that really quick. And this is where I'm at now. So it's not working. Spoilers. I never fully understood that whole timeline with Matt Smith and I watched it many times. I was fascinated by those storylines, but I never understood them fully. So failed to invoke direct method. Not found. That's where I am right now. It just occurred to me as I was about to do this that maybe what I need to do is pass in an empty payload. So if I just do like that, it's probably still going to fail. Yeah, not found. So I can get a little bit more information if I actually come into the Azure Portal. So inside the Azure Portal, you can also invoke device methods. So here, I'm just gonna, same thing. So here, I'll show you. These are my devices. Yeah, that's fine. I have one device. Looks like the last activity was 8 minutes ago. Fine, according to IoT Hub. If I open the direct method and then I type in a name of start brew, don't pass in a payload, just say invoke method. I will also get a timeout. But now I'm getting timed out waiting for device to connect, and then an exception message of not registered. And so what this had me wondering is if somehow the IoT Hub does not think that my device is online, right? If I look at this in more detail, the error code is 404103. So I did a bit of I did a Google search on this and tried a couple of different things. Your device, and so this is what I got. So this is a person from July of last year, but effectively the same error. I have an IoT Edge device that's been running since Thursday, but at some point it lost connection. Currently when I try to invoke a message, so this is one that was connected at some point. But he was also getting a not registered. Your device was disconnected. And then there's an updated properties on the twin that seems to have lost connection as well. And so I hadn't read the second response yet, but so I bring this up because I feel like I'm like super close at this point. I'm hoping that it actually works. There's an outside chance that just because of the way that Particle connects to IoT Hub, the way that these devices connect to IoT Hub, that it's not possible to actually call back into the device. This is not a huge blocker. I'm playing around. I'm just experimenting here because I can still make calls from the console. I can still use the Particle device cloud to actually interact with this device. I'm not locked out of my device remotely. But I was trying to really get this idea of two-way messaging between devices, or two-way messaging in the Azure IoT Hub with MQTT actually working with the Particle device, just to see if I could fully understand it. So where I am right now, and so let me go back to that individual. I got so many tabs open. So this comment, are you trying to invoke a method on a module on the device or on the device itself? Because if you have IoT Edge running on an Edge device, well, this isn't an Edge device. Nothing actually connects to the hub. If you try to invoke a method on the device, then it's expected to timeout. Well, this is interesting. The connection should not close after a period of time, but we've seen issues where modules using MQTT lose connections to Edge Hub. So if you're using MQTT, can you try switching to AMQP? You don't want to go through this whole process again, except do it with AMQP today? Password managers are, oh, y'all are talking about password managers for sure. We use them as well. I use them as well. Two-factor, all the things, for sure. So I'm gonna skim through this really quick because I don't know that this is my answer. And hey Clay, how's it going? Hope you're having a good week. Thanks for sending me the photo of your pocket chip cluster. That was pretty cool. Related to that, I know I was showing off some of the new hardware that I got on Tuesday, especially the Edge, like the Google Coral board with that Edge TPU module. I was thinking about maybe doing a stream this weekend, just focused on getting that Coral board up and playing around with some of the TensorFlow Lite stuff. If y'all have any interest, that could be fun. It could be cool. I mean, there's a lot of comments here. Ah, I know this person. This is Paul DiCarlo. All right, let's see what Paul ran into. So as a lot of these people are using the SDKs directly, using the Node SDK, which I think is what's happening via Electric IO would be using the Node SDK, but I haven't even gotten to that point yet. I'm still just running it from... Okay, let me see a picture of this. So, Siva, if you're still hanging around, I would be curious here if this is indicative. I've seen a few mentions of like, do I need to actually run a module? Do I need to have this device associated to a module in order for this to work? The docs didn't seem to suggest so, but maybe that's the case. No, no problem. Enjoy your, yeah, feel free to get your lurk on Dev Diner. Thanks so much. Yeah, have a good drive and have a great day at the office. Thanks again for coming in. Yeah, so it's just for edge devices. Right, it's not meant to be used for actual end devices. So there's a few other things that I can try. It may be that I need to actually change my subscription to use because I think you can do client.subscribe and then do QoS. So MQTT QoS dot, how do you do QoS? Let's go to this. Let's go to the definitions for this. Yeah, so to work for connect IoT device module to work for cloud to device methods or direct methods, or cloud device messages, yeah. And this is a case of direct messages. So I mean, it may be that I need to actually send the QoS parameter in because maybe there's not a default. I should have just gone back to what I was looking at. No, I've done this to myself. Okay, if is connected. So the header mask. So it actually looks like it does a QoS of 1 by default. So maybe that is my issue. So MQTT EMQTT QoS. Dot QoS. Is that valid? QoS 0. QoS 0. Will it work? Will it work? Let's do a local compile and see. I didn't like that. MQTT, oh, QoS. Well, how do I specify if it's not? This is declared in the scope. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Dot QoS1. All my class methods accordingly, right? happening right now. Type name is not allowed. Are you serious? All right, fine. I'm just gonna say 0 then. You're gonna be that way. Trying to be fancy, doesn't like it. Say no. Okay. So I'm doing something obviously dumb. Going to the examples here. Just doing something with QoS. Oh, come on. MQTT dot MQTT QoS1. Yeah. No. Is that all I need to do? Okay. So perhaps that's my issue, since all of these method requests are QoS 0, then I'm not getting the right value here. Wouldn't that be cool? So now for flashing, I have to go back to local flashing only. So let me do this real quick. The MQTT TLS library uses the ARM embed TLS library, and it gets finicky. Yeah, Siva. So this was what the doc said to do in order to subscribe to everything, to every method. So the wildcard here is actually the hash. So that's what it told me to do. So consider subscribing to IoT Hub /method/post/hash, and then filter based on the method names which show up in the topic. So really, that's what should be happening at this point. Okay. Get back online. See, make sure we get connected. All right, we're connected. So, not that y'all are going to see this, but I'm so hoping. If this message, if this callback, this is my MQTT callback. If it's actually called, then I'll publish a message here, MQTT/sub with the topic. At this point, I feel like it would be a miracle if that actually worked. So, not that I don't believe. I'm at this point in the process where I feel so close and yet so far away from this working. Not found. Wah, wah. Not found. Table flip. I have a feeling we're going to be using this one a lot today. Or...
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Let me try running this from here and see if I actually get anything different from invoking the method directly. Not registered. So QoS or not, it seems to me that the fundamental issue still somehow lives in the fact that the IoT Hub, oh, there it is from 4 minutes ago. So it knows that my device is coming online. My device is in the list. I can pull messages from the device into Electric IO. But when I attempt to call a direct method on the device, I get not found. Question is, does it think the device is not found? Do I have an issue with actually the device? So let's see what else is in here. Get device info. So the connection state on my device, connected. Device ID, updated time, status updated time, last activity time, capabilities. It's not an edge device, it's fine. There's my keys. Not very secure that I'm showing all that. So what if I tried to do a message to the device? Is this body just a JSON object? Hacky debugging with Brandon, Thursday edition. Message sent. So that's fine. If I call get device info again, will it give me a cloud to device message count? 0. Messages have both a body and optional properties organized as a bunch of key value string pairs. So method. I mean, how does the Thursday edition vary from other editions? It doesn't, DevDiner, at all. The Thursday edition is exactly the same as the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday editions of debugging, where I basically just try crap until something works. Isn't that how we all do it, though? I mean, let's be honest with one another. I'm not methodical. I'm sure many people are much more methodical than I am. I do not claim to be methodical at all. Okay. Story of your life as well. Good, I'm glad it's not just me. Glad it's not just me. All right. So I know that my device is online. Asterial again, thanks so much for following. I appreciate it. Welcome. Happy the DevDiner was able to provide a little bit of advice, and thank you so much. Appreciate you being here and joining us on a Thursday. I forgot my coding eye protection. That's right, .commie. I don't wear safety glasses while soldering, but I do while coding, because that's the real stuff that can get in your eyes and mess with you. Oh, thank you. I try to be chill. I don't know if my kids would agree with you. I try to be chill for them as well. But I appreciate it. And this is meant to be a pretty chill stream. Like we are, we're doing fun stuff here. It's ultimately all about having fun and learning. I don't stream because I know everything and I have a ton to teach folks. I know a few things and I'm happy to share the knowledge I have, but I stream because I really enjoy exploring and sharing and learning from you all and just failing out in the open, honestly. It's fun to sort of hack through this stuff because I feel like when we get it, we kind of all learn something. Your son definitely wouldn't agree with that sentiment where you're concerned. All right, well, again, yeah, not just me. I try every day. I try to be a little bit more chill. All right. So, I suppose what I could do in order to really test whether this is an issue with connectivity is sort of go off. So here's what I can do. So try with the Node.js or the IoT Hub, see SDK to confirm it's not an issue with the IoT Hub. So that's a good comment, Siva. And yeah, Asterial, the Thomas Edison quote for sure. So I'm thinking I've got two options here to really try to narrow this down. Option one, and I'm gonna let y'all vote. So you all in chat are going to tell me how I spend the next little bit, perhaps even the rest of the stream. Option one, number one, is I try to implement a device. So right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to call a device method, a direct method. There's another option of actually using a device message. So option one is I could try to implement a device message in my firmware and see if that actually works. Option two would be Siva's suggestion, which I like, which is, and we'll do it with Node, would be to spin up a brand new Node project and actually try to confirm and try to, from a Node project, call a direct method on my device from Node. So we start a brand new client app, use the SDK. That could be fun, haven't used it before, and then just try to do something that does that. I'm gonna let you all vote. I have my feeling, but I will do what you all want me to do. So I'll give you 30 seconds. I'm not saying anything yet. Y'all tell me what to do. Don't make me decide for myself. I don't know what I would do if I have to decide. I'm waiting. The chat break. Nobody's weighing in. It's okay if you don't have an answer. Oh, what do we decide? Sorry. That's funny. Okay, all right. So here's what we're voting on. Do I try to implement device messaging from the IoT Device Hub to the device in my firmware? Or do I try, that Siva suggested, create a Node app that uses Microsoft's SDK to try to call the device to isolate whether or not it's an issue with the IoT Hub, or if I have something else set up. Probably ultimately we'll try both of those, but which should I do first? Probably the easiest, shortest thing is to try the device message piece. So I think I'm gonna do that. Oh, I like Node, go that option. Okay, one vote for Node. One vote for Node, and I voted for the keep going on, try it in the firmware side. It's 2 votes for the device message piece. 1 vote for Node. I'll do the Node part anyway, Dev Diner, I will. Quicken can rule that out. I do feel like it is quicker. You may not be outvoted yet, Dev Diner. I could change my vote at any minute. I think we'll end up doing both. I'm gonna try the message piece, and if that doesn't reveal any answers, Cake.js. Hey, how's it going, Cake.js? Welcome. 3 votes for device messages. Dev Diner, you're definitely outvoted. I can't even help you at this point. Let's do that. And then I think we'll ultimately get through. We'll do the. I will probably end up doing the node piece as well, because I suspect that they're both going to be necessary in order for me to really isolate this. So I am going to. Where is this document? Send and receive messages. Yeah, I'm gonna go here. Yep, send device to cloud and cloud to device messages. So device cloud messages go here, and oh, so many tabs. Hey, Cake says, yeah, I'm doing great. It is. It's a great Thursday. I mean, we're almost an hour into the stream, but it's been fun. Having a good time today. I did get further than Tuesday, so we're actually now, like, I'm connected to MQTT with the device, and now we're just trying to figure out how to actually call direct methods back in. But it's Thursday. It's been a good week for me. Hopefully, hope you're having a good day and week as well. So much, so many. Oh my gosh, what is happening? These documents. Sometimes there can be too many. It's okay, I get it. Where did I see that? I thought I saw, okay, so let me go back through my various documents here. Use message routing sent device to cloud messages. No, I don't want that. Use custom endpoints and routing rules device to cloud. Send cloud to device messages from IoT Hub. Yes, this is the document that I was looking for. Okay, so your service endpoint. So let's see what we do with MQTT here. Yes, we voted for device messages versus node. Thank you, Siva. Yeah, definitely. I do still want to do the node thing because, I mean, just for my own learning and understanding the SDK. But yeah, we're going through device messages right now just to see if that flavor, if that works, we can at least get to the point where we feel confident that, okay, MQTT is properly configured, my device is connected. Now we got to figure out what's going on with the actual direct device piece. But yeah, for sure, Siva, that's where we are. So now I'm back in the docs, these wonderful, comprehensive, voluminous docs, the War and Peace of documentation. Trying to figure out what my endpoint is for messages. Messages service bound. So right now I'm doing a subscription in firmware. My subscription is to I'm subscribing to IoT/method/post, right? What I want to know now is what is my subscription endpoint for like I'll add another one here. I'm wondering what this is, right? So I'm going to do another sub result for message sub result. Dev Diner, I love that you subscribed before you followed, but I appreciate both very much. Thank you. I appreciate it a ton. All right, message sub result. That's bad. Let me get my head right. So this is going to be method sub result, not meth. MT. All right, just call it method. Method sub result. Okay. Transposed my dash there. So I'm pre-writing code that I don't have all the pieces yet, but this is the thing I need to do next. And I'm doing a lot of particle publishing here as sort of a cheap form of debugging. But it helps me as I come back online because there's a lot of moving pieces here on the cloud side, so it's helpful to have that. Okay, so I know my host name. That's fine. I've got that. Yeah, you attempted to follow earlier, but it appears to have only worked on mobile now that I'm on the train with patchy internet. Twitch works in mysterious ways. You aren't kidding. It really does. That's pretty funny. I want to know the endpoint. A device uses this endpoint. There's all this reference to this endpoint. Well, what's the name of the endpoint? Oh, I'm here again. Okay, I'm guessing this is it. To target each cloud to device message at a single device. So my question is, is this it? Or is it going to be something like that? IoT Hub /devices/device ID, which fine, I have that. Message /device bound /hash. I mean, following the exact same mechanism as above, one would think that would be it, at least according to this document. But it could easily be that it's IoT Hub /messages. Let's try it. Let's flash this and see what happens. No. Okay. So when I come back online, wait, after flashing is done, that's what I want to see down there on the bottom, is the device firmware update works. And I will put this back in my board. Okay, subscribe to Hub Messages, subscribe to Hub I mean, I don't know if that's the right endpoint or not, right? I just know that I'm sort of guessing at this point, so hopefully I don't... Well, let's find out. Message body, hello, hi, send this message. Message has been successfully sent. I don't have anything on the other end. And if I go and I look at get cloud to device message counts 0. Boo. Boo, 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 boo. Can you send okay, send C2D message to device. Select device. Enter message to send. Again, I don't know. Is that... Okay. Message sent. But nothing happening on the other end. So I'm getting the same issue here. Cloud to device messages. Meaning 0 on that. You send cloud device messages through messages/device bound. The device then receives the message through a device-specific endpoint. IoT Hub persists the cloud to device messages and yeah, .comming for sure. I have been. Yeah, I'm showing connection strings in my IoT Hub plus device IDs. Yes, I absolutely, most definitely will. I usually cycle all that stuff afterwards. So, yeah. But thank you for the reminder. Okay. I'm starting over with Google, right? So MQTT, cloud to device message, Azure IoT Hub. Ah, good old Stack Overflow. What do you got for me? Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Good old Stack Overflow. Subscribe topic. Publish stuff. Okay. Oh, right. The Azure Mass extension. Yeah. Yes. Siva, thank you. And this is a great, oh, come on. What's not in the Chrome Web Store? Install it yourself. Google, take it out. Ooh, Google. Need to get it from GitHub. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Yes. Okay. Okay. Cloud to device MQTT custom topic. Oh, since he used Azure, the trademark word, I got you. Okay, look, so here we go. On the device-facing side, a device should subscribe on the following topic filter. Devices/device IDs/messages/device down. So maybe I need to pull out this IoT Hub part because it would be just like that but Azure's the only way to describe it. Brian's extension for that service from that company for that blue tinted cloud service. It doesn't have that same ring to it. Well, what's interesting is that you're talking about Clarkio, right, Siva? So Brian Clark no one on social channels is Clarkio, also created a Twitch extension that I use, and I just added, that you can actually use to highlight lines in my code. So if you're like, hey, Brandon, you're line 162, that's dumb. I can't believe that you would write that. This is the line I just changed. I took IoT Hub out. Oh, y'all work together. Do you guys work together at Disney? That's where he was, right? I think. Yeah. I worked at Microsoft many years ago. But it was 4 years there. Just your stream elements message show doesn't include @ in the URL. Oh, that was my fault. So I did the same thing for Siva earlier. That was my mistake. I keep thinking about doing that. Yeah. There you go, Dev Diner. Thank you. So those links will work. So yeah, Brian created this this extension as well. And when he first created it, I think that it actually had the Twitch logo in the right hand sidebar here. And the Twitch team asked him to use it, to remove it. It's okay. I get it. We got to protect our copyrights and whatnot. It's okay. The device should subscribe on the following topic filter. I took out IoT Hub /, so this should be a correct topic filter. And just for giggles, I'm curious, I don't know. There's part of me that wonders if I did something really boneheaded by, I'm pulling the device ID from firmware. Let's find out. Flash again. Staring at the stream of text as it comes across. Just a second. Okay. Back online. Online, diagnostics, version, status connected, there's my device ID. It is in fact the correct device ID. So I'm subscribed to the right, and I'm subscribed. Now, whether or not I'm subscribed to the right endpoint is the $1 million question. Let's type hello. What, does it actually need to be a... Oh, I just select the device. What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if the mic went like way too loud on y'all. But that worked. Hot damn, that worked. Excuse me. See that? See that right there, y'all? Right Thank you, Grogard.kami. Thank you, DevDiner.kami. I think you know what you need to do. I think you know. I'm waiting for it. MQTT sub. Yes. Sorry, I know it was too loud. I'm so sorry. I know I'm pushing my mic in the yellow to begin with. Kapow! That's what I was waiting for. Thank you, .kami. Kapow! Maybe I'll mute my mic next time. All right. So the message piece is working. Our device is connected. And that's cool. I like that. So I feel like, I mean, yeah, our MQTT connection is functional. It is working. What was this topic that I got here? It's an interesting device found. 2 messages. Oh, that was the topic. So I could do the payload as well. The topic was messages / device down. But let me throw the payload in here for fun. For giggles. Let me try to do a cloud flash this time. I feel bad. I apologize if I blew y'all's ears out. I'll try to be more. Try to be more chill. Let's actually. Let's clean this up a little bit. And add a bit more. Particle publish. MQTT. .kami. Somebody, one of y'all clip that insanity that I just threw at the screen if you don't mind, because or I could do it later, but if y'all have a moment and think about it. Okay, so topic and payload. Let's flash this one more time. No, please get excited. That's exactly how I feel. Yes! And honestly, I do that when it's just me in here, but it's more fun when you all are here to celebrate. Celebrate. I said on Twitter earlier, before I started, that I would conquer. I would bend the IoT Hub to my will, and we are so close. So close. Even closer than we were close last time. Thank you, Cake.js. All right, I won't mute. Oh yeah, you don't like my, oh you silly bite. Yes, bite this, bite. You don't like that? Oh, right to the argument types. Okay, hold on. I have to do. Hold on. No, not TLS. I need to look up. I forgot how to do this whole take a payload and mem copy it into a string and all that in silly business. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna need to do this anyway because I gotta work with the payload once it comes in. I gotta do the old mem copy trick. Show load. Man, I hate variable naming. Payload. It'll be known as payload. All right. And let's just do this. What the heck is the message? I'll use this clip. Oh, please do, Siva, and send me how to celebrate small wins. Are you calling this a small win, Siva? This feels huge. It's monumental. No, I'm just kidding. I get it. Yeah, feel free to use it. Please. Please do. I love it. Payload. No, I don't need this line. Something about that doesn't seem right. Yeah, mem copy, payload length equals null. Yeah, okay. No, that's legit. Excuse me while I dribble. I do know how to drink water. It's not right now. Okay. So now, let us send another cloud to device message. I have to do the classic foo and bar, right? Not hi, hello, but it's got to be foo and bar. The atypical, not atypical, the typical developer JSON object. Foo, bar. Got the topic, we got the payload, yeah. This is old hat now. Ain't no thing. However, so the trick now is going to be figuring out why the device messaging piece doesn't work. I feel really good about that approach though, because we have verified that IoT Hub is doing what it's supposed to be doing. MQTT is properly configured on the device. So there's some magic, there's some secret sauce that's missing on invoking a direct device method. The method name should be part of the topic. If this were to work, and then the payload should not be necessary, should not be required. But this is where we get back into the timeout. Oh, and I can verify if I actually go into get device info, I actually should see now in here. This is this cloud to device messages count. I wonder if that means, if that part of the JSON object means those are queued messages that are waiting for the device to come online. Maybe that's what that means. So I was sort of like looking in the wrong place to even ask for it. So I'm curious, is it possible? Hey, Frackberg, how's it going? Yo-yo to you too. Welcome. Happy Thursday. We have been messing with, and happy Pi Day, more importantly. Enjoy yourself some pie, please. Still messing with Electric I/O and getting some stuff going here on cloud to device messaging. So we got cloud device message working. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, Frackberg, we actually have device data streaming in. And what I've been working on since Tuesday, and we are so close, so very close, is actually wiring up these buttons to change our brewing stages to brewing, fermenting, turning all that stuff off, and doing that through IoT Hub as well. So what that has required is actually getting MQTT set up, MQTT TLS in particular, and doing some subscriptions. We have cloud messaging working. Just a few minutes ago, I screamed into the microphone as I got that working. No, do not allow. What? Did y'all see that? What in the heck? No. This is weird. What the heck is happening? Yeah, hold on just a second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. I just got to deal with this real quick. I don't know what the hell is happening. That's exactly right, Kami. Exactly why you use two-factor in a strong password. I don't know. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen, and on stream no less. I apologize, y'all, but I don't feel like this can wait for the next 30 minutes. I'm gonna do something here about this real quick. Y'all bear with me. And of course iCloud is being all super slow. Come on. Oh. You ever had one of those moments where you just want to like, oh, Dev Diner, I just got like a bunch of like 2FA challenges from Apple about somebody trying to log in with a new Apple device on like 7 different locations around the world. Am I being single-handedly DDoSed? Surely not. I am no such person. So right now, yeah, CakeJS, that's about exactly the way that I feel. It's just weird timing. So I'm in the midst of changing all that crud on the Apple side, but it's just being ridiculously slow. So I'm gonna wait for that to come up and crazy, y'all. Protect yourself, everybody. And actually, speaking of which, while I'm on the topic, if you go over, because this is a relevant transition, If you go to the Particle IoT Twitch channel, so twitch.tv/Particle IoT, I will post it here. I can do the whole SO thing because, of course, it's about to like show my face. We are on Friday, or that's tomorrow. I'm doing another interview for the Introducing Particle series, and I'm interviewing Zachary Crockett, or Doc, on IoT security. So this might just come up. Please definitely follow that and check it out. And get some more tips. Some more tips from Doc on how to properly secure yourself and your devices. Go back here real quick, see what's going on. Come on. I'm trying. Yeah, Cake Jess, we do. We have a Twitch. We've only done one stream so far. The recording is up there. This is the second one tomorrow. So right now I'm just doing like every other week streams. Every other Friday interviewing some folks. So .com said, sounds like there's some reported iCloud outages. I wonder if this is related to that. And now my wife is texting me. She knows better than to. Hold on. Frackberg get a full-blown power outage for a little while earlier. Is this happening? Are the machines rising up? Has the uprising started? Is this how it begins? Oh, what the heck? I just want to get Azure IoT Hub working. Okay. Almost there, y'all. I'm working on it. And they're gonna go away soon. Just a second, just a second. Hold on. I'm gonna do a longer password. Oh my gosh, come on. Nearly there, nearly there. All right, let me send an update text. Y'all. Okay, everybody. What in the heck? That was nuts. Thank you all for being there for me in that moment. I'm good. We're good. We didn't allow it. Everything's fine. Frackberg, little bad storms rolled through. I'd assume by the amount of time it took to get power back online that a transformer blew up. Oh. That's always fun. Have you been getting any of the what was it, the bomb cyclone snows and all that stuff, Breckberg? Is that what's been hitting you? All right, I'm gonna close these tabs that are related to Adrian Hall. Hey, how's it going? I don't know if you just caught the tail end of like me having to change my Apple ID password as I was getting like 20 different notifications from all around the world of people trying to access my accounts. So that's pretty metal. I don't know. We took care of it. No snow, but my dad's ex-wife had tornadoes. Yikes. That's no fun. That's no fun. That's no fun. Yeah, it is. That was, yikes is right. We took care of it right here. Chat was very helpful, being patient with me while I went into secrets mode and messed with that. So the thing that has me wondering, Dev Diner, yeah, it's crazy that it happened live on stream. I don't even know. Yeah. I'm glad I was able to sort it too. Thank y'all for being patient with me. So as I look at these docs, let's get back to the cloud to device stuff. So I'm at this point now where I am like an inch or a hair's width away from getting the direct method on device stuff working. We have messages working using this endpoint. And my topic filter here, according to the docs, is IoT Hub /method/post. That is supposed to be my topic filter. But it hasn't worked so far. I wonder if I should do something like this. Because it wouldn't be the docs, as I showed you all earlier, the docs have already been wrong. I had a mistake that I had to fix the other day where the docs were incorrect, or this morning. So could it be that if I go devices /device ID /method/post, that in fact is the correct topic filter for me to subscribe to? So let's go back. I will bring my camera back up so you all can watch me fumble about and flash this device and whatnot. Adrian, I want to know where you got the music. Oh, thanks. It's so it's actually a chiptune playlist on where the heck is it? On Pretzel Rocks or Pretzel. I love this playlist though. It's fun. So Adrian is a streamer as well, so I'm going to use the shout out. Y'all check out his streams. They are, I've usually been doing a lot of Go stuff, but yesterday we were messing with Vue.js, which is really cool. I don't know how the rest of your stream went because I had to bail, but Adrian also does, and has a nice metal soundtrack to his streams, which is fun. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, absolutely, man. My pleasure, my pleasure. All right, so let's flash. Yeah, mostly try to do some graphic stuff, but they didn't work so great. Oh, GIMP. Yeah, I'm not either. I am not either, not even remotely. Plug the device back in. I don't actually expect that this is going to work Just so y'all know. Oh, and I can take out this publish device ID publish business. We already know. Dev Diner, my net's getting way too patchy to be a fall long. We'll stop by again soon. Thanks for the entertaining. Oh, thanks, Dev Diner. Thanks again for hanging out, for the follow, for the sub. It's great to catch you. And happy day after Pi Day to you. Have a good work day and the rest of your day. We'll talk to you soon. All right. All right, let me do a send cloud to device message again just to verify my sanity. Ooh. All right. Okay. The last follow. Renair, okay, you have to tell me. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And I apologize. And now like my stream thing is cut off again. So I can't see the rest of your name. Renee, is it just Renee? Thank you so much for the follow, Renee. Appreciate it. Welcome. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We are messing with particle devices, this homebrewing monitoring rig that I have been building for quite a while. Porting to new hardware, building some firmware for it, getting data into Azure IoT Hub, building some fancy device dashboards. And by the way, happy Pi Day again to anybody that's joined the stream relatively recently. Greetings from Mexico. Hey, yeah, absolutely. Greetings to you as well. Thank you. And now we're actually trying to get device calls from Electric IO back onto the device so that I can do things like change the state of the app and all that wonderful stuff. So right now it's just troubleshooting, debugging, seeing how things work. So I sent oh, I didn't send it, did I? I got distracted, which I love getting distracted. Right? Did I not send it? Okay, now it's here. All right, so I got the message from Azure IoT Hub. That was just the device, the cloud to device message. Now let's try the function call again. Invoke device direct method. I don't know. Oh, it's gonna time out on me again. Not found. I am messing something up here. Okay, well, so indeed, it may have been that the docs were correct. This is just IoT Hub methods post. So that's the messaging piece. So this is where I am. Method invocation. So should I, instead of using, why don't I try to be more specific? I mean, I'm only calling one right now. I would like to have more of a, greedy filter that grabs everything. But if I just called one and I just did start brew. That's the right topic filter, right? It'll give me a request ID. Let's try that. Why not? It's worth trying out. We are ready. Okay. Or this too far. Wait for everything to come back online. Slowly, patiently. Connected in all the right places. And let's call that invoke direct device method here. We'll call it start brew. That's what I called it. Payload just gonna be brew. Nope, it would have worked by now. It was gonna work. So let me do it again from the portal. Oh man, this is... Same thing, not registered. Timed out waiting for device to connect. Okay, well, through the whole messaging process, we figured out that that's not really the issue. The device is in fact connected, right? If I do another cloud to device message, the device is connected. It is receiving messages through the Azure IoT Hub. If I look at my get device info, I feel a whole lot better about this than I did at this point on Tuesday, because frankly, I couldn't get MQTT to connect, but I was just concerned whether or not this would work. We figured at this point that at least the cloud messaging piece works. Thanks, Renee. Yeah, thanks for coming in. And again, for the follow. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day and week. And happy weekend in advance to you as well. You are welcome. I got 10 minutes left in my stream, planned at this point. Anybody want to lay down some bets on whether or not I can get this figured out in the next 10 minutes, or whether I'm still going to be working on it? And we're going to be talking about it again next week. So I'm subscribing with a QoS of 0. I am... I should look at the C# SDK. Y'all know how long it's been since I've written C#? Ooh. However, I can still read it. Maybe. Maybe I can read it. I don't know. Look, maybe I should save myself the trouble and just go to the Node SDK. Where are the damn SDKs? Alright, I'm gonna go to the Node SDK. I already poked through the C SDK a little bit, and I mean, I know I just hurt my head. I want to see an example of where this is actually being used. Maybe it's used in the end-to-end tests. I don't know. There's always the Java one when you mess with me.com. I can't read Java. No, that's not true. I can't. I mean, we can all read these, you know. Most of us, when you do this for a little while, you can read most of what you're seeing, regardless of the language it's in. It's a matter of making sense of it, right? But I've spent most of my career as a JavaScript developer, so I sort of went back to home base there a little bit. All right, so I figured this would be, okay, so in their MQTT test, there is IoT Hub methods post. So that's correct. It is right. This is RID business. It's just the key value pairs that come in the object. I mean, is it possible that they actually have an example of the greedy flag in here as well? No. That's all right. So I don't know, y'all. I feel like I have tried this every which way I can think to. And like I said, I'm very happy that the messaging piece works. But that's not what Electric IO uses. Electric IO uses actually uses method names. It's direct method calls. Yep. Is it post? I mean, is it possible that slash could be it? I mean, now I'm just grasping at straws, right? I am absolutely grasping at straws. I'm okay with it. Because that's how I fixed the username thing on Tuesday. Was I thought to myself, well, maybe Microsoft Docs are wrong and I need to try something different, and it turns out they were incorrect. And I made that what seemed like a silly, insignificant change, and that did it. So maybe this isn't the docs are wrong, it's me just needing to look in the right place, perhaps? Perhaps? What do y'all think? No, .com, I'm planning to. I will make a PR to the docs to fix that once I get it working. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that's popping up that I might want to consider doing as well. Oh, sweet, really? Okay. But I will. Hold me to that, .com. If you ask me that question again on Tuesday and the answer is no, then I will have failed. That will not be okay. So let's not do that. Okay. All right, are we back online? This is going to be my grasping at straws test. Invoke direct device method. Start brew. It's not gonna work. It timed out. So that wasn't it. However, I mean, you know, progress comes in bunches, right? So sometimes we do these things and they don't work out clearly the way that we wanted them to. Sometimes we do these things and they work out easily or quickly. But I do feel like we made progress today, and I'm actually pretty excited to get this working because it's going to be a pretty complete example, and I'm intending to write some blog posts about this and do a few other things. So, and I will submit that PR as well. So, let me see if there's anything else. Really quick as I look at the doc. You know, I mean, I think my MQTT setup piece is pretty good. I don't know why this isn't working, but I'm going to poke around a little bit more. Search some forums, do a few things here and there, and I'm confident that when we reconvene together on Monday, I'm actually going to switch my Tuesday streams to Monday next week. That seemed to work pretty well when I did that a couple of weeks ago for travel, so hopefully that works for y'all. And in the meantime, I'm going to wrap it up for today. Wish y'all a great rest of the week. And we're going to raid into one of my favorite channels, actually, InstaFluff. InstaFluff is a chill streamer. I love the stuff that he does, so I'm happy to go and join his channel and hang out there for a little bit. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much for coming, for chatting, for hanging out, for the folks that followed and subscribed. I had fun. I had a lot of fun doing this today, and we did make some progress, even though we didn't make a ton. Thanks, CakeJS. Appreciate it. You're going to love it, Adrian. So yeah, so let's go right over into InstaFluff, and y'all have a great rest of the day. Peace.